So it's not about being strict with your spending, it's about being wise with your spending. There's two completely different things. But when we started at Ask Paul originally, we used to talk about people and the coffee. You know, don't spend money on coffee on a daily basis. I spend money on coffee on a daily basis. I can afford to spend money on coffee. I'm in a situation, and most of my clients be in a situation where they don't have to worry about buying a coffee or two. It's not a big deal. Why I always mention don't spend money on coffee or don't bring your lunch or bring your lunch to work and not be spending a tenner a day on lunch is if you're in two positions. One where you have short-term debt and you can't get the payday without going into your overdraft or without borrowing from friends or family. Okay? If that's you, I don't think you should be throwing money away by buying coffees every day or spending a tenner in Spar or Centra every day for your fuel. I think you need to be really strict in that situation, and really was. If you're in a situation where you can get the payday and you have a few €100 left over and you're in a comfort position, you can do what you want with your money. And I think, and that's not me saying that, I'm saying generally speaking you can do it. I think what happens with people when it comes to their finances is that they overcomplicate or they're trying to put themselves like in a really strict financial regime. It's about balance, it's about enjoying your money, and it's about having a plan in place. It's very rarely that somebody sits in front of us and they're not earning enough income. It's usually they're not spending their money the right way or they're not saving money the right way. So I'll give you an example. People usually say, I'm brutal at saving. Yeah, you haven't probably tried it properly. You know, you probably haven't put in the routine or being wise about how you're saving. So the biggest tip to someone in that situation would be save or invest, whichever one's going to be, the day you get paid. So if you get paid the 28th of every month, on the 28th of that month, put €100 aside. And then in 2 months' time, increase it to 150. And in 3 months' time, increase it to whatever, 340, whatever you can afford. And then try and live on the balance. Where I think people have great intentions, you know, I'll put some money into, and as well as that, online demand accounts are a nightmare online. So if you bank with, say, AIB or Bank of Ireland, one of the pillar banks, and you open a savings account online with them, you're going to find straight away that every time you log in, you can see your savings. And it's just so tempting to say, I'll take it out and buy something, or I'll take away and go away. So I'd always say, if you're saving, you'll probably use the likes of the credit union, even the post office is fine. Actually, myself and my wife Sarah have an account in the EBS where we put cash in every month. And the reason being is I can't see it, it's not there. And it's built up to a good chunk of money. But that's our kind of cash reserves. And I can never see it. I never know what's in there because I don't, and it's actually not to give the EBS a hard time. The reason we picked the EBS is that their online system is horrendous. And you actually get, when you open an EBS account, they send you out this book that's brutal. Like, it's like going back 20 years. But it was actually perfect for us because we can't see it. But the other thing you do is use maybe a Revolut account or something as well. But the EBS, as part of the bank guarantee, you can put 100,000 there as under that guarantee scheme. So so if you are saving, go ahead and put it somewhere where you can't see it all the time. But yeah, I don't think it's about being strict with your money. I think it's about being clever and about being wise with your money and making the financial decisions. I do the show with Louise McSherry every few Saturdays on 2FM. It's called How to Be an Adult, and I love the name of that show because it really comes into your money. And when we do the money section, it's so I think it's so beneficial to listeners because it's literally how to make adult decisions. And all you have to sit down with yourself, complete the Ask Paul personal budget template, which is free to download. You put all your income in, all your outgoings, and whatever you have left over, be an adult and decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to spend it? Spend it, no problem. If you're going to save it, save it. Probably do a bit of both is the obvious thing to do.